Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rock, and I'm back with another live, man. It's been a minute, but y'all see the title. So, in this video, in this live, basically, like I said, it's been a minute. I might be a little rusty here and there or whatever. I've been out of the bag for a little minute. We just used to doing the long forms. Y'all see, I've been vlogging. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I got a lot that I want to talk about in this live. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about in this live is, with me not going live in a long time, it was one of the biggest reasons was because like I was switching my content a lot. Last time I went live, I was still probably focusing heavily on like the music market, and I was focusing on like on the business. I was focusing on entrepreneurship and like mindset, advice, giving motivation and all that stuff. And then y'all seen I made a super hard shift from like talking about the music business and making that type of content. I made like a super hard shift to like, all right, I'm about to make this finance content because I was consuming a lot of content. And y'all know, I tell y'all all the time, I talk about how, the content that you consuming is basically your niche. So I always was talking about niches. So like as a YouTuber, you want to make content. You first off, I always said in the beginning, I would say, okay, you want to know what you want to make. You want to know the type of content you want to make. What's your niche? And y'all hear that word all the time. And so I was like, I was going through all these different things, and I was like, okay, I was focused on the music content, and I was making videos using clips of like, music artists, entrepreneurs, anybody, people that give advice, motivation. Everybody that's coming here also, man, what's good with y'all? Make sure y'all go ahead and drop a like on the live so we get more people in here. We're gonna talk about some good things in here. Also, make sure you go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Get the conversation started, and chime in on the live. But as I was making those clips, I knew that at some point I'm gonna have to pivot into making my own type of videos where it's only me, because like, yeah, that was like a growth hack technique using like the music artists and like entrepreneurs. It was a growth hack technique because it was like, okay, I know y'all know these people, so let me go ahead and use these people as a platform to try to get my platform heard and get out there more. So as I was doing that, I knew I had in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I gotta have this plan that I'm gonna, at some point I'm gonna shift into making, content where I'm the focus. I'm the only one in it, rather that's being talking about finance or continuing the music, business content and all that. And for a little bit, I did do that. And then I realized like, I was like, hold up. I started consuming a lot of finance content. And as I was taking in this finance content, I was like, yo, I can do this and I could bring a lot of value here. And I know that finance is, for a lot of people, is very boring. A lot of people can't really understand that content, and people talking. I always talk about talking over people's heads and talking about it in a way that you can't really digest it. And I used to always talk about the fact that I will oversimplify a lot of shit and make it so understandable that you're gonna get interested in it, because the way I'm talking about it with the excitement I'm about to bring and how easy I'm making it to understand, I was like, okay, people will rock with this, and that's a space for me that I could really thrive and really help a lot of people. So as I was doing that, it was like, all right, cool. I'm about to get into the finance niche, and I just started making a couple videos over there. But then I quickly realized that, hold up, I had to start looking at the niche and finding out, okay, who's the heavy hitters in this niche, who killing it in this niche and getting a lot of views and all that. So I started looking at what's the videos they making. How can I make those videos but make them my own? How can I do that and in a way that I'm able to thrive for, in this space? And so I was like, all right, cool. I started realizing that I wasn't able to be myself within that, because like, yes, I was myself in the content. I was giving my own mentality, my own thoughts, and my own advice in whatever videos I was making. But I was realizing that, it was taking my creativity away, because I didn't know how I could thrive in that space by just being me and just making the videos that I wanted to make. So I was like, all right, this is at some point, it's going to burn me out and I'm not going to enjoy this. And I was doing a good job at not looking at the numbers. So it wasn't so much, okay, the numbers ain't hitting, so I'm not really feeling it. It wasn't so much about that. for me, it was just about that creativity and just being able to be myself and do the things that I want to do and enjoy it long term so that I can continue to do it. Because if I was going to do this and at some point it was going to make money to a point where this was going to be my full-time job and I could just do this without having to worry about anything, right? I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to enjoy this. So then I was like, all right, if I'm worried about numbers, obviously I want to grow. You know, you get on every platform, you start every journey because you want to grow. So as I was doing that, I'm like, okay, if I want to worry about these things, I'm gonna have to do what I want to do. And y'all know I was going live all the time. I was going live damn near every day, multiple times a week at one point. And I would make these titles. It would be very simple titles. I wasn't so worried about SEO, none of that. But I was like, okay, if I'm able to go live and do these topics, talk about these topics, and a lot of people rock with it, I was like, damn, this would be a good video to make for a long form. But then I was like, nah, they not going, that's not going to hit because the SEO and the algorithm and all that is not going to accept that content. It's not going to be something that people could really search as much. What's good to everybody that's coming into the live, man? Make sure y'all go ahead and drop a like and also go ahead and comment where y'all watching from if you tapping into the live at this point. But, I was like, all right, I remember looking down the list of like I had a note of a whole bunch of like ideas that I would do and talk about on live, but it was like, okay, I was looking at it and I was like, damn, these would be good topics to make long form videos on because I feel like I can give a lot of value in it. But I was like, damn, but they're not SEO, so it's not really big for the algorithm. A lot of people not searching for this. But then I was like, bro, as time went on, and when I hit that place when I was making the finance content where I was like, I just want to make the content that I like. I don't want to have to look and see what's working on YouTube. I just want to make content that I like. And so when I hit that point, I was like, yo, I'm just going to make these types of videos that I'm making when it comes to, whatever I come up with naturally, like my ideas that's naturally coming to my head in conversations or whatever. And I'm taking notes. I'm like, cool, I'm about to make these videos, or I'm going to talk about this on live, or I'm going to do all these things. I was like, all right, cool. That's what I'm about to start doing. And as I did that, I was like, cool, this is fun. It was cool for a while. But then I remember one day I was like, yo, let me vlog something. And so when I vlogged, I was like, all right, I enjoyed it. I was like, yo, this is something that I can do because it's just me being me. I'm not worried about views. I'm not worried about anything. But quickly that turned into something where it was like, okay, I need something to help me grow in this. Like I need to be able to do something that's going to actually, reach people so that I can grow in this space. And so I started doing that. And also I found myself in that same exact position. What's good to y'all, that everybody that's coming into the live, make sure y'all drop a like so we can get this live out to more people. Y'all know how that work, you feel me? If you taking something from this, or make sure y'all comment where y'all from, where y'all watching it from. Also, if you have any questions on this topic, if you just tapping in, make sure you go ahead and drop a comment down below. I'm gonna answer those questions, you feel me? But yeah, so when I was making those videos, I found myself in the same position. Okay, I'm looking for what's working in this space and how can I make these more interesting. And so as I was doing that, like I said, I went back into that same place where it was like, okay, this person made this video and it got this many views. Let me make that. So it was, once again, I'm not having that creativity that I know I'm capable of when it comes to, making content. So when I felt like I was in that place, I was like, damn. And this is another topic that I wanted to touch on because I was doing all that switching. I talked about how I started off in the music space and I was doing that for like a year and a half, something like that. I kept switching because I wanted to grow and I felt like it wasn't working. It wasn't happening fast enough. So as I kept switching, whatever I was focused on, I was just noticing that I was really hurting myself more and more because as I kept switching, I'm not giving myself a chance to just be in one space. So like when you come to me, okay, this is what he gonna give me. And a lot of y'all know me as somebody that's able to motivate, inspire naturally, give great advice naturally to whatever comment y'all drop. Any video that I make, I'm gonna be able to add some type of spin where it's gonna be easily digestible and I can give y'all great advice. And so I was like, all right, as I went away from that and I started losing the creativity, I started finding myself just following what's going to work and how can I do this and how can I make it work faster. It put me in that position where, I damn near quit. I was like, yo, this might be a wrap. Now, of course, I still was dropping content and everything like that, but I just didn't go live for the longest. You know what I'm saying? I did not know what direction I was going with this whole content thing. I ain't know where, what I was going to do next. I ain't know how I was going to do this long term. All these types of thoughts was going through my head for the longest. And this was probably like January, February this year. And I was in a place where I just was going with the flow. So I just was dropping content, but I was just going with the flow. It wasn't, okay, this is something I really want to do long term in a sense. And it wasn't until recently, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got to this point of like, yo, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to leaning into my gift. Whatever my gift is, which like I said, for a lot of people, y'all know me as somebody that's able to give great advice. I'm able to motivate. I'm able to educate in ways that's like natural. I don't have to work hard to do that because it's just something I'm great at in terms of like, if I give advice, I'm always great at giving analogy, like, sharing analogies from my experiences in my life. And through that, a lot of people able to connect with it and able to learn something about something that they just wouldn't have been able to learn if I hadn't broken down that way. So that was something I learned. And through this time, I was like, damn, why? Like, I didn't know what was going on because I didn't know how I could focus on one thing. I didn't know that one thing that I could focus on. It wasn't until recently where it was like, yo, I need to figure out if I want to do this long term, because when I was making that vlog content and I started looking up, okay, how can I get this to grow and all that, I started realizing that I literally had a moment where I was driving in the car and I was just sitting there and I was like, okay, if this works for me right now, how am I going to feel about doing this like long term? How am I going to feel like how am I going to feel about doing this after it's already made it? And like I said, this is something that's paying the bills and I can do this for, a full time. I can do this full time. I was like, okay, how am I going to feel being able to like having to keep doing this? And at that moment, I was like, damn, I don't know if I actually be happy doing that when it comes to that vlog content, doing like pranks and stuff like that. I was like, nah. And the only thing I could genuinely say I was fully happy with, and I was able to come up with ideas naturally because it was just in my flow of my day and I could just write down notes, was the giving advice, sharing my whole experiences in music and business and entrepreneurship and just all these things, content creation, all these things, motivating, inspiring, all these things, helping so many people. I had to say, I was like, this is my gift and I got to lean fully into that. I talked about that all the time where, you got to lean into your gift, and whatever that is, you can't run from that. No matter what you want, sometimes you might be like, damn, I want this, and you want this outcome, and you like, you kind of force it sometimes, and you put yourself in a position where you really not happy. You know what I'm saying? And so I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, all right, cool. It's time to lean into this gift. And y'all about to see a whole, the content is about to be better than ever. The type of videos I'm about to be making is going to be able to give so much value to y'all. I'm going to be able to help y'all so much more nowadays, just like I did before, but just even better, because obviously I got so much more experience now than then, on top of the experience I had back then. The wisdom I'm able to give, we just going to keep leveling up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to keep grinding, keep on coming out with more content and just being more creative with it. But like I said, leaning into my gift, and that's the route we gonna be on, you know what I'm saying? And through that, we gonna continue to grow and just get better. You feel me? But what's good with y'all, man? Everybody coming into the live, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and like. Also, go ahead and comment down below where you watching it from, and also drop your thoughts on this this live. You pulled yourself through. I pulled myself through the toughest time. I was at the hardest time in my life, in sense of like, for the first time in a long time, I didn't know what I was going to do and what my future held when it came to content, being a music artist, all these things. Y'all see I got the studio behind me and everything. So, y'all know that's something I preach all the time, owning your own shit. Like I said, independence, music, all this stuff. Putting that work into things you love, for the first time, I was like, man, I don't know, bro. And like I said, that's what took me all these times jumping around. I was learning that, jumping around, changing your focus on, in content, it puts you in a position where, you know, you don't ever really get to see growth because you keep on jumping around. If I keep jumping around and I don't fully focus on one thing, the biggest confusing thing when it comes to content, right now I'm going through a tough spot, but I know it'll soon get better. Bro, it always do. Like you said, right now you're going through a tough spot and you know it's always going to get better. The thing with that, like you said, because you realize that every other tough time you had, you got through it. And, you know, you was able to learn from it. You was able to get better from it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it comes to my situation with the whole content game, it was like, I was like, yo, it's easy to get confused when it comes to YouTube, right? Because as a YouTuber, even if you switching your content, in my head, I'm like, well, I'm still doing YouTube. So it's still the same career, still the same path. So I was thinking I didn't change anything. I've been focused on YouTube, creating content. But then I realized that, nah, it's not. It's not. Even though I'm doing YouTube, it's a different sector. So like, if I'm talking about how to play basketball at a high level, you know, today, you looking up how to play basketball at a high level, I'll show up over there, right? Now tomorrow, if I'm talking about how to be the best rapper, those two things don't correlate. It don't, you know, don't stand in the same room. So how could I possibly believe I'm gonna grow? You know, because I'm not, you know, people that seen me yesterday over there in the basketball sector, now they see me over, or new people seeing me as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like in the rap sector, talking about how to be a better rapper. So it's like the people who might have saw me talking about basketball and liked the content, now they don't even know how to find me anymore because I'm no longer over there. You know what I'm saying? So how do you level up? And so I was looking at that from a different perspective, and I was able to be like, yo, I gotta stop that, and I gotta lean into my gift. So I had to sit back for a minute. Y'all see I didn't drop no long form videos this week, and that's the first time I did that in a minute. But I had to step back, and I had to say, hold on, what is it that I really want to do and that I really want to go full throttle at? And I learned that it was the advice, it was motivation, it was, you know, all these things, you know, talking to people, always like giving wisdom, all these things that I just do naturally, and I come up with these, you know, ideas naturally. And that's what I learned, that yo, this is what I need to be doing, and I'm ready to go full throttle, and I'm excited. And it's been exciting. I'm excited to drop more and more videos. You already know how we get into it, and I'm gonna be going live consistently again. Like everybody that just came into the live, I literally, this is my first live in 5 months. I just seen it. Like, it's crazy. I was going live damn near every week, multiple times a week. And so it's like, you know, you just gotta learn what it is that you really love and just go full throttle. And it's gonna be a lot more stories I'm gonna be sharing with y'all. Y'all already know. Like throughout this time, you know, it's a lot, bro. You know. But yeah, the biggest thing that really had me like, yo, I'm about to quit this whole content thing was when I just was like, man, I felt like I was looking at numbers and trying to figure out, okay, how can I make this work? And then I'm trying to figure out, okay, I'm trying to, instead of just saying, let me figure out how I can be the best at this, I was looking at it like, okay, well, what type of content can I make in order to, you know, get better results? Instead of like, oh, how can I make better content at, you know, in the certain space that I'm in? And how can I focus on that and just get better at that? And that's something that I was struggling with for a long time. And I just kept bouncing around. And I feel like lately I've been getting a lot of signs that, you know, this is my gift, you know, these types of things, these types of videos, these types of lives. And a lot of y'all that come into the lives, y'all always, you know, ask great questions. We have great conversations, and y'all be able to take a lot from the lives because of the things that I'm saying and sharing in these videos, so, or in these lives. So I'm excited definitely to get back into this grind and just focusing on just continuing to elevate on YouTube and just in these lives, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for y'all to keep pulling up. And when y'all pull up, you know, y'all got y'all questions and y'all able to chime in on the lives and all these things, you know, and that's what make this whole thing special. And as I do that, like I said, I continue to experience new things every single day. I continue to learn new things every day, and I'm gonna be able to share that with y'all. Yo, Mariah, what's good? Yeah, you hella late, boy. I've been in this motherfucker for 20 minutes. I've been in this joint for 20 minutes, but nah, y'all see the title, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of those things, man. I had a long, you know, just going through a lot of stuff in terms of like, I didn't know what I wanted to do in terms of the content. That's why it took me so long to even go live for the longest. Like, it's been 5 months. I just seen it. And one of the biggest things, Mariah, I'm gonna give you a little refresher. Make sure you hit like on the live, Mariah, man. You see, we ain't got no likes on the live yet, man. You know, we back in the live game. You know, we be a little rusty or whatever. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, Mariah, you've been along this ride. You seen it. Like, I've been switching the content a lot, and for the longest, yeah, I just peeped. I was cleaning the crib. Yeah, so you here now though. That's all that matters. You feel me? But it's like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Like I said, I'm getting in the groove and I'm just feeling it. And now that I got you in here, you know what I'm saying? You could drop some comments, you know, you could respond to what I'm talking about, all that, you know, so we lit. But I was saying, you've seen it. You've been watching the whole grind. You've been watching the whole ride. And it's like, I was switching up the content a lot. I would say January, I hit the first time where I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch. Because in all the way from July or June 2021, when I started this channel, right? It was like, I was making music content, entrepreneur content, content creation content, all these things. I was giving y'all advice, motivation. This is something that's a gift of mine that I'm just great at naturally. No matter who you are, like anybody that come talk to me, I'm gonna somehow be able to give you something that's gonna stick with you. And that's something I learned, I noticed about myself, and people who I talk to just tell me that all the time. So it's like, I'm a person that's easy to talk to. And so in January, I just started feeling like I didn't know what I wanted to do in terms of like, I think I was feeling like I wasn't really growing. You was going crazy for real. That's a fact, Mariah. Yeah, like I felt like I was hitting a plateau when it came to that type of content. You know, I was making the clips. I was using music artists. I was using entrepreneurs, all these things. And I felt like I plateaued a little bit. Like I was like, damn, I need to be able to make content where it's just for me. I got sick of seeing comments where it's like every comment, like I'm getting hella comments every single day on my channel, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm loving everything about it. I'm happy that people even able to be on my channel. But at that time, I was like, I'm getting all these comments every day, but none of them, I don't feel the urge to even respond to them because it's just a clip of somebody else and they just talking about something that doesn't even interest me. It's nothing about anything. It might just be like, damn, I know bull shoes stink or something. Like, it's not like, come on. So I was like, at that time, I started feeling that, and I was like, damn, I need to figure out. I was also watching a lot of finance content on YouTube. So I was like, damn, I know I could do this at a high level and I'm real good at this. You know, January is when I really made that switch to finance. And it was like, okay, I'm really good at this. And I feel like I can explain things. Finance, for a lot of people, find it boring. But I was like, I know I can explain things and break it down in ways that people going to be able to understand. And I could bring a lot of value there. And I was really excited about finance at that time. So I was like, cool, this would be great content for me. And you know, that was the first time I really switched from using clips to making content where it was just me. You click on it, it's just me, every video. And so that was cool. And it was fun at first. And then I realized that I would have to go through YouTube, go through the finance joint, and I would have to figure out, okay, this person did this, it got 2 million views. I talked about this a lot. It's good that you go on the route to connect them to your audience. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I had to. I was like, okay, I need to figure out how can I make the content where it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something I had to really focus on. And so, like I said, I was excited about the finance content. So I was like, cool, I'm about to. But like I said, when I got into the finance content, I realized I was like, okay, how can I grow this? How can I build this? And I was like, okay, this person made this video. I got 2 million views. Let me take that. Let me do it. Let me make it my own, but let me do that video. So that way, so I wasn't able to really, not that I wasn't able to, but I wasn't thinking for myself. You know what I'm saying? I was just figuring out how can I grow? And I was looking at the videos that was working. How can I do that? Now, I was like, over time, I was like, damn, like I'm not being able to be creative. I'm not thinking for myself. So how sustainable is this? How am I going to be able to level this up? I'm gonna always have to look at what's working for other people. And it was like, no, that's not enjoyable. So then that was the next switch. The next switch was, okay, I'm about to just make content that I want to make. I was looking through my list of notes and I was looking at, okay, it was a video and it would be like, you know, how to grow on social media. It would be something simple, right? Or how to be happy. You know, how to truly be happy, or what does it mean to really be happy? I was like, okay, those is good pieces of content, but I was like, I would love to make long form videos about this, but it was like, damn, nobody's it's hard to search for that content. I felt like, you know, super SEO, it wasn't super SEO. So I was like, damn, but I would do these live streams on those topics because I was like, you know, when I do lives, I'm not looking for it to be really be SEO. But then I was like, at that point, I hit that point, was like, why not? I can just do it. Just so what? Like, because while I was looking at numbers on YouTube wanting to grow, I'm like, if I'm gonna be making videos that other people doing to get to grow, and if I do it and it don't work out in that way, I'm gonna be frustrated and I'm gonna be done. So why, if I'm gonna just be doing this and I want to be patient, let me do what I love. And it was like, cool, I'm gonna make those videos. I don't care about none of that. It's good that you came to that realization to use your creativity. Yeah, Mariah, you feel me? Like, it's mandatory. If you want to do this long term, you need to be able to do it on your own. Like, I need to be able to do it in a dark room with no lights by myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's always, as an independent person, that's always how I feel about everything. Like, if I'm doing anything, like putting on a watch, putting on a bracelet, like something that's hard, something that's, you know, some things you might be like, yo, give me a hand with this. No, I want to know that I can do this in a dark room by myself, in a corner by myself. That's it. I need to be able to be on that type time, and with everything I do. It frustrates me when something needs somebody else. I don't like that. And I'm cool with taking help, but I just need to know that I'm able to do it alone as well. You feel me? Or else I'm not going to be able to do it long term. Never know who's looking to see something outside of the SEO. Yeah, exactly. So it was like, cool. Let me, I got to be me. I'm going to make my own content, come up with my own ideas, what's natural to me. And through that, I ended up vlogging. And I was like, damn, I fuck with the vlogging. It was like, all right. But then even in the vlogging, I found myself looking at what's working in this space. How can I grow? And it was like, okay, these certain type videos that was damn near like prank videos and all that. And so I was like, cool, let me do them. But then I caught myself and I started feeling burnt out. I'm not going to lie. Right? I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, okay. I had a moment. This is like a week or two ago. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit. Once again, I'm in that space where I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm looking at everybody else. How can I grow? How can I grow? Da-da-da. Put me in that same position. And I remember I told myself, I was like, yo, I'm ready to go full throttle. I'm ready to go hard. And if it don't work, I'm done. I deadass said that shit. Like, and it was crazy to say it, bro. I've been doing this shit for damn near 10 years. Well, 10 years probably now. And it was like, I said that. I was like, damn, you know, if this shit don't work, I'm done. You know? I was like, I'm ready to go full throttle, whether that's for 6 months, posting like damn near every day. Again, I was like, you know, and if it don't work in 6 months type shit, I'm done. I'm burnt out, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? With everything. And so I said that. And then that's when I was like, but if I'm going to do that, I need to know that for sure I'm leaning into my gift. And at that moment, that burnout feeling be feeling crazy, make you feel stuck. That's a fact. And so I was like, you know, in that moment, I was having a moment. I talked about this before you came in the live. I was like, okay, I was driving one day. This is during that same time. And I was sitting there and I was just thinking, I was like, okay, say if that thing I go full throttle on is these vlogs, making these type prank videos, type vibes, making these videos, right, with my niece and all that. I was like, say this works and a couple months go by and this works. It's killing. Am I going to be happy doing this? And I think about shit way down the line. Like when I have kids, I'm 30 and shit. Am I going to like this? I'm not saying you can't be 30 making those videos, but I'm talking about for my personal, myself. Am I going to like doing this? And that's not to say that even at 30, I'm like, it's nothing wrong with vlogging. That's a goal. Like that's the ultimate goal, to just be able to pick up a camera and show my day. That's cool. That's fire. Right. But I was like, doing these types of videos, am I going to be happy with that? And so I was like, at the moment, I'm like, nah, bro. And so I was like, what am I going to do? And then we started thinking about it. And it's like, okay, what's something that comes so natural to me? And I started seeing a lot of signs, bro, about giving advice. Mariah, you know, like I'm a monster when it comes to giving advice. You can ask me anything. I'm going to be able to say something. I can say something for hours about the same topic, anything, right? I can give great insight on everything. Motivation. People get motivated by the shit I do. Inspiration. You know, mindset. I got a great mindset. TR mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, cool. And so as I was doing that, you know, we was sitting here, we was writing down ideas, and it was like, okay, what? And I literally quickly found out, yo, this is something that I do that comes to me so natural. Like no matter what, throughout the day, I'm gonna just randomly come up with an idea and I'm gonna write it down in my notes. That's what happened today. Like today, this live, this idea just came up like 10, 15, 30 minutes ago. I started this live, like literally, like right then. And so I'm able to just figure out things that I want to talk about in that regard. And it was like I could find out ways to be creative. Mariah, I'm gonna tell you this. One thing on YouTube, I was like, yo, I switched things, or I switched focuses on YouTube, the type of content that I was making. I switched focuses so many times and never gave myself years of just like, yo, I'm grinding at this. I want to be the best at this. How can I make this better? I've never done that. And I was like, fuck all that. It's time, bro. This is my gift. This is my goal. I mean, this is my gift. This is what I'm put here for. This is my passion. This is my, this is my purpose. I was like, yo, I'm doing this and I'm going all the way and I'm going to find ways to make this the best. I'm going to find my ways to make this the most creative thing and how I can keep getting better at this when it comes to making advice content, motivational content, inspirational content, mindset, mentality, all these things. Your mindset changes when the years start going by. So doubling down on something you to go at is the best thing to do. That's a fact, Mariah, real shit. Like, and that's where it was. And it was like, okay, cool. This is going to be that. And as I did this and I started thinking about this, we was like, okay, we're going to come back with lives. We got so much content coming for y'all. Like so many great ideas for videos, so many, things I don't even want to announce yet, but y'all going to see, and I will announce it real soon. But things like that, lives, I'm going to come back with the lives two times right now in my schedule. I will tell you this. I'm looking to go live twice a week, mandatory, at least twice a week. So the 2 days would be like Tuesday and Thursday, I believe. I will go live, and that's every week, but that's at least, right? So if I feel like going live on a Sunday or a Monday, cool, I could do that. But I'm gonna at least make sure I go live with y'all every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm ready to lock in on that. Like I said, I had to step back. You see, there wasn't no long form videos going out this week. And it was like, cool. I'm here to just slip a little something. Hold on, I don't even know what you said. What I say that made you say that? But yeah, it was like, yo, I'm ready to lock in. Oh, yeah. You the only one here. All right, shit. You want to talk about it, Dilla? The peasy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, damn. All right, man, fuck it. Yeah, you right, bro. You right. But yeah, we're going to be coming with a podcast, man. We're going to be doing that shit. I'm going to be up there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say everything, like all the details, everything that's going to be with it. You said you're not going to tell us what you got coming. Yeah, you like, nigga, what? Oh, but this is going to be on YouTube, though, Mariah. You know? I don't delete shit. I know you're the only one in here right now, but I don't delete shit. But yeah, podcast coming. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop that every so often. I will tell you all the details on that once I get it. We still working out all the ideas on that. But yes, it's definitely coming. Podcast, the long form videos, you know how I get down with that. The lives, like I said, twice a week. Shorts going to be coming back heavy. And yeah, this is going to be the focus. Oh yeah, podcast going to be lit. That's a fact, Mariah. You know what I'm saying? I knew you was going to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to fuck with it. We're going to be talking about some real shit. Getting to know me deeper, all that. And just topics like this, like things like the real shit like that. People don't see. Like when we grinding, and when y'all see me grinding and posting all this time and every day, I talk about it on these lives. So some of y'all know, like, you probably know from the lives and all that, like, it's like, okay, the times of feeling burnt out and all that. But nah, for the most part, people don't see that. People don't know about that. But it's like, nah, it's true. Being burnt out. But now it's like, I know for a fact what I'm doing. And Mariah, I don't give a fuck how I'm feeling about views or anything, yo. This is what it is. And this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, locking in. I'm not switching it up no more. You're not going to see me come on here talking about, y'all, I'm going to be making blah, blah, blah content now. I'm going to be making finance content. You won't see any music content. You won't see no advice content. Nah, you ain't never going to see that no more. Like, I'm locked in. It's happening, I'm phenomenal at this when it comes to dropping wisdom, dropping advice, giving motivation, all these things, and leading by example. You know me, like I'm a hustler. Like when it comes to this, I be locked in. You know what I'm saying? So put your foot on the gas. That's a fact. And it all starts with these lives, Mariah. I feel like these lives be setting the tone. And like I said, I felt like I was a little rusty in this, but I'm starting to see now that you comment and shit, I'm starting to see I'm really still a goat at this shit. And I can give anything. I can talk about anything when it comes to whatever. And I'm always have some type of insight, some type of wisdom, some type of mindset shift, some type of question that's gonna make you change your mind, or even if it don't change your mind, but it give you a little more something to that. You know what I'm saying? So you could think about it in a different way. Also, Mariah, you see we changing it up a little bit. You know, usually when I do these lives, it'd be the little standard little slip thing, the phone dimension. Nah, we sideways now. We full screen. So this the vibes. You know, we taking it serious. We stepping it up. And this is the beginning. It's like, it's crazy because it's not a beginning in a sense, because it's like, y'all know, I made for this and I've been doing this for the longest. I'm gonna just get creative. God gonna walk me through. God gonna lead me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? This whole journey gonna lead me in the right direction. And I'm always end up where I'm supposed to be. Like I said, when it comes to this content, I'm a monster at it. I'm always coming up with ideas. I probably came up with more ideas for this content in the past couple days than I did with any other content I tried to make in months. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a monster at this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Came So Far album just came out too. I peeped. I love the scenery, content creator vibes. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I got the camera here. That's just there. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be the, you know, the aesthetic. Well, obviously I'll be recording with that. But yeah, the studio, you know, the studio be in the back, you know. But yeah, I'm really fucking with the lives, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely excited to get back into it. Like I said, this live, we've been slow. Not too many people came in and all that, but you all know how that go. That's how, you know, it changes. You know what I'm saying? Over time. Cause I remember when I started doing lives before, bro, like one person would come in this motherfucker, 0 people would come in this motherfucker, all that. So, but you know, we made for it. Y'all know how I get down. But yeah, bro, like this is exciting, you know. We getting back in the groove and we just gonna be elevated from here, man. I appreciate y'all heavy. I appreciate you for pulling up to the live. You popped in late, man. You know, you could catch up. You could watch this stuff I was talking about in the live before you came in. But I am about to hop off this joint. I gotta eat and all that. Nigga hungry. But yeah, it'll definitely pick back up for sure. That's a fact. But yeah, Mariah, that's what I said. I damn near felt rusty. I was like, damn. I don't even know where to start. But that's just because it was the first time back. But now I'm realizing that, nah. When you came in here, you started tapping in, commenting, you know what I'm saying? I'm a monster at this. And, you know, straight like that, we're going to continue elevating. I'm happy for you. I appreciate you. Because, yeah, you know, like I said, y'all done seen the journey. Y'all done seen the evolution, all the changes, all the things where I was like, yo, I'm about to be doing this now, and I'm going to swap this. But everything just been constantly changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the first time in my life, I'm saying, nigga, this is what I'm doing, and this is what it's going to be. And, then, you know, and we going to lock in, and we going to grow, and we going to elevate every single day. But I appreciate y'all, though. We tapped into the motherfucking gift. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all own your own shit at all times. Look, I'm rusty as hell. I'm excited for the podcast. That's a fact. Me too. I'm excited to see the first episode, and I'm excited for y'all to see it too. Obviously, ain't filmed yet. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, but yeah, it's coming soon. We got a lot coming. The music, the content, giving advice. Y'all know I'm the goat at that. Motivation, inspiration, mentality, mindset, all that. We in our bag. I appreciate y'all. We're going to continue to elevate, continue to grow. Make sure y'all own your own shit at all times. Keep being great. I appreciate y'all. I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.